Just imagine this. You expect $10 million from your divorce and get nothing? That's exactly what the world saw play out in 2023 when Achraf Hakimi's wife reportedly filed for divorce. As the story goes, she expected half of his fortune, but when the court looked into his finances, they discovered almost everything was in his mother's name. No cars, no homes, no salary checks. Technically, Hakimi owned almost nothing. Social media lit up, memes crowned him the smartest man alive, headlines praised and condemned him in equal measure. He wasn't just trending, he was a cultural firestorm. But the real story? It goes way beyond a viral headline, because what happened next raised questions about marriage, money, and a move no one saw coming: the love story and the breakup. It all started with a love story that seemed straight out of a celebrity fairy tale. Achraf Hakimi met Spanish-Tunisian actress Hiba Abuuk in 2018. She was a major star in Spain, best known for her role in the crime drama El Príncipe. He was a rising footballer with charm, discipline, and a growing international career. She was 12 years older, sophisticated, media savvy. He was calm, reserved, and clearly captivated. By 2020, the two were married. Soon after, they had 2 children together and moved into a quiet, luxurious life between Paris and Madrid. But cracks began to show in 2022. Rumors surfaced of growing distance, especially during Hakimi's time at PSG. Hiba was reportedly living separately. Then in March 2023, she officially filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences. As the mother of his children and a public figure in her own right, she expected what most high-profile splits involve: a large financial settlement, something close to 50% of their shared wealth. That's when the entire story took a turn, because what came next turned Hakimi from football star into a headline that shocked the world. The viral twist: his mom owns everything. When news of the divorce broke, everyone expected a standard football split. Headlines were already predicting a multi-million payout to Hakimi's wife. But then came something nobody saw coming. Reports began circulating that Hakimi actually owned nothing. His salary from Paris Saint-Germain, reportedly close to $1 million a month, was not even in his own bank account. It was in his mother's. Every car he drove, every luxury item he flaunted, even his homes in Paris and Morocco, registered under her name. Insider sources estimated that almost 90% of his net worth was untouchable by the court. That meant his ex-wife, who allegedly filed hoping for a 50-50 split, was left with nothing directly accessible. Social media erupted. The memes were instant. Hashtags like Hakimi Ashim and Smartest Man Alive started trending across platforms. He was praised as a genius by some and criticized as manipulative by others. Some saw it as tactical brilliance. Others felt it was a betrayal of marital trust. But nobody could look away. Every headline, every tweet, every video was asking the same thing. Did he plan this from the start? Hakimi himself never responded. No statement, no interview, silence. There has been no official court confirmation, but multiple respected international media outlets cited close sources who confirmed the arrangement was real. This wasn't just a legal shock. It turned Hakimi from footballer into phenomenon. But this move may not have been cold strategy. For many, it reflected something much older than modern contracts: cultural context and legal possibility. To people unfamiliar with North African or Arab traditions, the setup seems strange. But for many in Morocco and similar cultures, it made perfect sense. In family-centered societies, it is common for sons to keep their wealth under the care of their mothers. Not because they are hiding it, but because trust is seen as sacred. A mother is often the most respected and protected member of the family. This is not just cultural. Islamic teachings also encourage financial guardianship, especially when a son reaches wealth early. It is not rare to see homes, businesses, or bank accounts held by a parent. For many, this is not secrecy. It is stability. From a legal standpoint, there's nothing illegal about putting assets in a parent's name. However, timing matters. If it is done suddenly before divorce, courts can investigate. But if the pattern has been in place for years, there is little anyone can do. In Hakimi's case, reports suggest the arrangement existed well before his marriage began. That would make it hard to challenge in any courtroom. So, was it all pre-planned legal defense, or just how he was raised? Whatever the reason, one thing is clear. Hakimi's money stayed private, but his lifestyle was anything but. The quiet luxury life of Achraf Hakimi. For someone who owns nothing, Achraf Hakimi lives like a man with everything. Start with the cars. He's been photographed driving a Lamborghini Urus valued around $230,000, a Ferrari 488 Spider worth nearly $280,000, and a Mercedes AMG G63, which retails close to $180,000. All high-end, all elite, all reportedly registered under his mother's name. Then, there's real estate. He has a sleek residence in Paris, close to the Parc des Princes, and a sprawling villa in Morocco, where he retreats with family. The Moroccan home has appeared briefly in news segments and interviews, though Hakimi himself has never posted pictures of it. And despite his nearly 15 million Instagram followers, you won't find many personal updates. No flashy outfits, no club selfies, no endless vacation reels. But make no mistake, he moves in elite circles. In 2022, he was spotted front row at Paris Fashion Week, sitting alongside Kim Kardashian, who attended with their mutual friend Kylian Mbappé. The cameras caught him, but his own socials stayed silent. No caption, no tag. He flies via private jet for international breaks, stays at five-star resorts, and attends fashion events with luxury brands like Dior and Louis Vuitton. And yet, paparazzi coverage? Almost none. Hakimi has mastered the art of being everywhere without being seen. His income makes this possible. In 2023, his Paris Saint-Germain contract paid an estimated 10 million euros annually, roughly $11 million. Add bonuses from Morocco's 2022 World Cup run, where they reached the semi-finals, and endorsement deals with Adidas. And Hakimi's yearly take-home climbs even higher. But the secret to his aura isn't money. It's restraint, it's control, it's discipline, and that's exactly what fans admire most. But luxury isn't what built his myth. Discipline did. The Hakimi myth: discipline, family, loyalty. Achraf Hakimi isn't just a footballer in Morocco. He's a national symbol for resilience, modesty, and loyalty. From the streets of Getafe, Spain, where he was raised by Moroccan immigrants, to global fame with PSG and the Moroccan national team, Hakimi has carried himself with uncommon poise. That quiet confidence has earned him millions of fans, especially across North Africa and the Arab world. He doesn't party, he doesn't court scandal. And unlike many of his superstar peers, he doesn't chase the spotlight. You're more likely to see him at a mosque than a nightclub, more likely to find him training in silence than broadcasting a gym selfie. At nearly every major event, from Champions League matches to the 2022 Qatar World Cup, his mother has been by his side. He famously ran across the pitch after Morocco's historic win against Spain, straight into his mother's arms. That image became one of the most shared photos of the tournament. He's been described by teammates as the most grounded player in the locker room. One even joked, "Hakimi trains, plays, goes home. That's it. You can set your watch to him." Compared to flashier teammates like Neymar or Mbappé, Hakimi's low-key lifestyle stands out. And in a world that often rewards chaos, his discipline only makes him more mythic. But the divorce only added to his legend. Internet reaction, praise, debate, meme fame. The internet didn't just react to Hakimi's divorce twist, it exploded. Within hours of the reports, memes flooded platforms like Twitter, Reddit, and TikTok. Screenshots of headlines were edited with crowns, sunglasses, and viral captions like, "The smartest man on earth," or "Put everything in your mom's name, boys." The hashtag #sign Hakimi trended for days. Men will be men, and financial freedom 101 weren't far behind. But the reaction wasn't all praise. Debates quickly took over comment sections and panels alike. Was Hakimi being smart or manipulative? Was this a case of protecting assets or betraying marital trust? Some commentators hailed it as a masterclass in financial control, especially in an era where celebrity divorces often drain fortunes. Others warned it sent the wrong message, that marriage is a game of legal strategy, not trust. It sparked heated gender debates about commitment, fairness, and money. But in the Arab world, the response was overwhelmingly positive. Hakimi was seen as a hero who stayed loyal, not to wealth, but to his roots. Among Gen Z men, he became a new kind of icon, not flashy, not loud, just prepared. But who is the man behind the headlines? The real Hakimi, beyond the drama. Away from the court documents and social media debates, there's Hakimi himself. Born in Madrid to Moroccan parents, Hakimi grew up in a modest neighborhood in Getafe, balancing two identities, European and North African. That mix gave him grit, but also grounding. He once said in an interview, "Family is everything to me. I owe them my success." It wasn't just a quote. He's backed it up by quietly supporting youth development programs in Morocco, especially in underprivileged areas. In 2022, he donated equipment and resources to sports academies after Morocco's World Cup success. Despite his fame, he rarely gives interviews. When he does, his focus stays on football. He avoids drama, never engages in online battles, and keeps his Instagram curated for brand deals or team highlights. Teammates describe him as intense on the field, quiet off it. He doesn't party, doesn't post recklessly, doesn't stir the pot. In the age of oversharing and scandal, Hakimi's silence speaks volumes. He's a PR manager's dream, and a mystery the media can't quite decode. So what's the final verdict? Conclusion, a new kind of football star. Achraf Hakimi isn't your typical superstar. He doesn't flaunt his wealth. he doesn't chase headlines. And when faced with one of the most public divorces in football history, he said absolutely nothing. No Instagram Live, no PR statement, no tabloid leaks, just silence, and a story the internet couldn't stop talking about. Whether the asset setup was cultural, strategic, or pure coincidence, it changed how millions view fame, marriage, and money. In a world where athletes often lose fortunes to fast living and fragile relationships, Hakimi flipped the script. He's not just admired for his pace down the wing, but for what he didn't do off the pitch. He didn't fight online, he didn't panic, he didn't break character. So, what do you think? Was this a genius move in personal protection, or a cold calculation that shattered trust? Drop your opinion in the comments. Genius move or marriage misfire? Hit like if you think footballers should protect their wealth. And subscribe, because next week's story uncovers another scandal football tried to bury.